Witching Hour is such a cool song. This is another song that's definitely up there for me and in the contenders for my favorite song on the album. Witching Hour actually started out as a chord progression. That first progression that you hear being played on the piano from F sharp minor to A minor to G minor and then to A major, which is actually augmented during the chorus to go to a D major instead. But it was something that I'd never heard done before. I mean, it's totally, it's not totally diatonic. It's experimental, and yet it just sounded like it should go together. And I wasn't really sure what to do with this chord progression for a long time. And then actually it was after I'd started the recording process in January of 2018 that I finally wrote some lyrics, and I thought, these go together. The song is about a couple of different things, one of which is kind of the reason why I named the song Witching Hour. It's about the way that I write music. It's usually late at night. It's usually like 2 o'clock in the morning, and things just come to me. You'll be kind of half asleep and you'll just think of something and it wakes you up and you have to write it down, or it's totally by chance, and in a way I feel a little bit out of control of it, but at the same time I think that's kind of the essence of being inspired, is that it does just kind of come out of the blue. So that's what the first verse is talking about, just kind of explaining how it feels to be inspired like that. And the second verse of the song is actually about something totally different, but also kind of relating to the witching hour, or the middle of the night. This is kind of the time when things that you might be tempted to do, things that you would regret, or other people come into your life that may be good or they may be bad and you're really not sure about it. So I was thinking about somebody in particular when I wrote the song, but I think that it could apply to any point in your life where you find yourself at a crossroads. So the message there is to be true to yourself. Nobody can make decisions for you. I think the line in there, "He thinks I'd give it all to have it all, but poets can't be bought," is probably the strongest line in the song. This song took me a long time to finish. Like I said, the chord progression was written probably like almost a year ago at this point. I finished the lyrics probably in May or April of 2018 during the recording process. So that was another one where I'd started recording it, but I wasn't sure, if the vocal was going to come together, if the lyrics were going to come together. It took the situation in particular that I was thinking about to resolve itself as as I'm kind of saying in the bridge, dying to be what neither could see. The realization that, we are out of phase, and that's the way it is. So finally, in the last chorus, you get the statement, "You're gone, you're nothing for me," and that was kind of just me working through that. And it took the resolution of an entire, felt like a chapter in my life to be able to actually finish that song. Musically, I love the tribal, the like Slavic tribal beat to it, and the instrumentation. I wanted to go pretty experimental with it. It's one of the more experimental songs on the album, especially given that it has, like a minute and a half of piano solo in the middle of the track. I love that piano solo. It was just, there again, it was one of those things that just kind of came to me. But that was also one that I had to work on, and then I ended up adding in the sitar and some of the more interesting percussion to it. But I really like the way that one turned out with the sound effects. I actually used like a thunder roll instead of a timpani drum in the last chorus. I think it's a really powerful song, and it's totally different from anything else that's on the album.